people of light, hearts awakened by destiny. Listen, for there are moments when the heavens move in silence, moments when the unseen realm signs a deed, stamps a seal, and transfers a blessing into your hands before the earth even knows it. Today is such a moment, a property, hidden, protected, preserved, has just been addressed to your name, not by human favor, not by luck, but by divine allocation. What was concealed is now revealed, what was delayed is now delivered, what was out of reach has now reached you. Do not tremble at the magnitude, stand firm, for when the heavens assign territory, they assign strength with it. When they give you a domain, they give you the authority to stand on it. When they hand you a key, they empower you to open every door that once resisted you. This property, this inheritance, is not mere land, not cold stone, not empty space. It is purpose. It is legacy. It is proof that your name is known beyond this world. Lift your head, square your shoulders, walk as one who has been entrusted with sacred ground. For what has been given to you today cannot be stolen, cannot be reversed, cannot be undone. This is your moment, your evidence, your sign. Step forward and claim what already belongs to you. What was hidden has now been officially assigned to you. It was not obscured because you were unworthy, nor withheld because you were forgotten. It was concealed so that when the unveiling came, it would arrive with a force, a clarity, and a certainty that no voice, no opposition, and no shadow could dilute. What has just been placed into your hands existed long before you imagined it, but it had to be preserved, guarded, and shielded until the exact moment your spirit was ready to receive it. There are gifts that can be handed out casually, but this was not one of them. This was a territory, a promise, a sealed allocation that required maturity, endurance, and refinement. Only now, after walking through fire, after surviving battles you never spoke of, after standing in storms that tried to erase you, can you carry what has been made yours. It was hidden so no one could tamper with it, hidden so no envious eye could distort it, hidden so no counterfeit hand could reach for it, hidden so you would not step into it prematurely and mistake it for something ordinary. You were being prepared even when you felt delayed. You were being refined even when you felt forgotten. And now, at the appointed time, the seal has been broken, the cover has been lifted, and what was once invisible is being transferred into visibility with your name engraved upon it. There is a difference between something being available and something being assigned. Availability means anyone could have pursued it. Assignment means it was created specifically with you in mind. This is not an inheritance shared with strangers. This is not a chance opportunity. This is not a coincidence. It is a divine designation, meticulously recorded, intentionally preserved, and now deliberately delivered into your possession. No error, no accident, no confusion. Your identity has been matched with your destiny, and the registry of heaven has confirmed the alignment. What was hidden did not lose value during the waiting. In fact, it increased. While you were growing, so was the promise. While you were being strengthened, the blessing was being expanded. While you were shedding old versions of yourself, the territory was being fortified, made ready for the version of you who could stand inside it, without fear, doubt, or shrinking. Everything about this moment carries purpose, its timing, its placement, its unveiling. It comes now, because you can finally receive it, without sabotaging it or questioning it. You can finally walk into it without apologizing for it. You can finally hold it without trembling. This assignment is not symbolic, it is literal. It is a shift in status, a transfer of ownership, a recognition of your endurance. You have been entrusted with something that no one else was qualified to carry, and now that it has been made yours, you do not need to plead for it, fight for it, or fear losing it. What is officially assigned cannot be stolen. What is sealed with divine authority cannot be reversed by human hands. What is marked for you cannot be redirected to another. The hidden becomes yours the moment the heavens declare it, not the moment the earth understands it. And understand this, its unveiling will shock many, not because they doubt your worth, but because they never imagined the magnitude of what was waiting for you. You yourself could not have imagined it. You carried prayers, but this is larger. You held hope, but this exceeds it. You expected survival, but this is abundance. The hiddenness protected you from aiming too low, and now that the appointed time has arrived, you see why the delay was necessary. You see why the silence had purpose. You see why the waiting was sacred. What has been assigned to you is not fragile. It does not require you to tiptoe or whisper. You do not need permission to accept it. You do not need validation to walk in it. It is fully yours, legally, spiritually, irrevocably. When something becomes yours by decree, it does not matter who doubts, who resists, or who questions. The declaration outweighs the opposition. The assignment overrides the noise. The seal silences every counterfeit claim. Now that it is yours, step into it with awareness. Handle it with confidence. Recognize that this is not the end of your journey, but the beginning of a new chapter, where the hidden becomes visible, the unseen becomes tangible, and the promised becomes present. Everything you endured, every season of uncertainty, every hidden battle, was preparing you to hold this truth without dropping it. You are not receiving this because you stumbled into luck. You are receiving this because you were chosen, prepared, and aligned. What was hidden has now been officially assigned to you, and nothing can unwrite your name from what has been recorded. The concealment has ended. The unveiling has begun. The territory is yours now. Walk as its rightful owner. Your name has been written on territory prepared long before you arrived, before you ever took your first breath, before you spoke your first word, before you even understood the shape of your own identity. A place was crafted with the intention of belonging to you, not as an accident, not as a leftover assignment, but as a deliberate creation woven into the fabric of your destiny. This territory, whether symbolic, spiritual, or tangible, has been waiting, maturing, developing, and becoming, just as you have been growing, transforming, and evolving into the person capable of stepping onto it. Your name did not land on this place by chance. It was placed there with precision. There is a difference between wandering into an opportunity and being designed for one. You were not wandering. You were being guided. Every twist, every detour, every unexpected pause in your life was aligning you closer to the ground that bore your name long before your feet ever touched it. You may have believed you were lost at times, but the truth is that you were being drawn forward by something older than your doubts and stronger than your fears. This territory was not meant for anyone else. Others may have glanced at it, desired it, or even attempted to claim it, but they could not anchor themselves there because the soil would not recognize their identity. What belongs to you carries your imprint. What is prepared for you resonates with your spirit before you even realize why you feel drawn to it. You don't have to force it, compete for it, or beg for it. Your name has been etched into the foundation of this place, with a permanence no human action can erase. And this territory is not merely physical. It can be influence, purpose, calling, opportunity, or a realm of impact that only your voice can fill. It is the space where your strengths make sense, where your experiences become fuel, where your scars transform into wisdom that others need. This place has been shaped to fit you, not the earlier version of you who doubted, not the broken version who questioned their worth, but the refined version shaped through trials, rebuilt through resilience, and strengthened through perseverance. Every season of your life was part of a preparation you didn't realize was happening. When you learned patience, the territory was expanding. When you survived heartbreak, the foundation was being fortified. When you confronted fear, the borders were being strengthened. When you stepped into boldness, the doors were being unlocked. You were not growing for no reason. You were growing because what was waiting for you required a version of yourself that understood both fragility and power, humility and authority. Your name being written on this territory means that arrival is not a matter of if, but when. It means there is no competition for what is already assigned. It means that no one else stepping into their destiny threatens yours. It means you do not need to imitate, compare, or diminish yourself. Territory prepared specifically for you invites you to walk in authenticity. It will not ask you to shrink. It will not require you to pretend. It will welcome your true voice, your true calling, your true identity. This place has been held in reserve, untouched by contamination, unclaimed by those who were not meant to shape it. Even if others walked across it or sowed seeds there, the ownership was never transferred. Your name remained on the deed in the unseen. You were being waited on. Your arrival was anticipated by forces older and wiser than time itself. And now, the alignment is beginning to unfold in front of you. Sometimes you felt late, but you were actually becoming ready. Sometimes you felt behind, but you were being positioned. Sometimes you felt unworthy, but you were being refined into the kind of person who could carry this territory responsibly, honorably, and courageously. When something is prepared long in advance, it is because the future version of you is deeply significant. There is meaning in what you are stepping into. There is purpose in why it belongs to you. Your name is not written in pencil that can be smudged, erased, or rewritten. It is engraved in a way that withstands seasons, storms, and struggles. It remains even when you doubt yourself. It remains when others doubt you. It remains when the journey takes longer than expected. Territory with your name on it does not expire, and it does not transfer ownership to impatience, insecurity, or delay. When you finally step into this place, whether physically, spiritually, or metaphorically, you will feel a resonance you cannot explain. You will recognize it not because it is familiar, but because it completes something in you. The fit will be perfect in a way you never experienced before. The alignment will feel natural, as if the ground itself exhaled at your arrival, because the one it was designed for has finally come. And when you stand on this territory, you must stand with assurance. You must understand that you are not trespassing, not visiting, not borrowing. You are stepping into what was always yours. You are walking onto land inscribed with your identity in the unseen, long before the seen caught up. You are claiming a destiny that was never in jeopardy, only waiting for its moment to be revealed. Your name has been written on territory prepared long before you arrived. Whether you feel ready or not, the preparation was not wasted. The journey was not random. The timing is not accidental. You are approaching something that was waiting for you with patience, purpose, and expectation. And when you enter it, you will understand why nothing else ever fully fit. This is your place. This is your assignment. This is your legacy awakening. No force can overturn what has been divinely transferred. What has been placed into your hands carries a seal that does not bow to human opinion, earthly resistance, or unseen opposition. When something is transferred by a higher decree, it is not fragile, temporary, or negotiable. It is locked, secured, and upheld by an authority that existed before time and will remain after every obstacle fades. You do not need to fear that what has been given to you can be taken, twisted, or redirected, because its assignment is rooted in something deeper than circumstances and stronger than any adversary. The transfer did not happen casually. It did not occur in haste or uncertainty. It came through an intentional act, a purposeful release, a strategic moment of alignment. When something is entrusted to you in such a manner, you must understand that no interference can contaminate it. No delay can diminish it. No jealous voice can disrupt it. No hidden enemy can sabotage it. What has been transferred to you is protected by a shield that does not crack at intimidation or break under pressure. There will always be forces that attempt to challenge what you carry. Doubt, fear, resistance, whispers from the past, memories of your failures, or even people who cannot understand why something so significant now belongs to you. But their confusion cannot alter the decree. Their disbelief does not weaken the foundation of what has been given. Their discomfort does not undo the authenticity of your assignment. The transfer is not dependent on their approval. It does not require their agreement. It does not answer to their logic. Even when challenges arise, and they will, they do not indicate that your blessing is at risk. They only confirm its value. Pressure does not revoke what has been transferred. It refines the one who carries it. Attacks do not signal loss. They reveal significance. Resistance does not deny the promise. It activates the strength that was sealed within it. You must learn to see obstacles not as threats, but as proof that what you hold is powerful enough to attract attention. This transfer is not something you stumbled into by accident. It is something that was aligned with your identity, your journey, your endurance, your growth. What comes through divine assignment does not slip away because you feel uncertain. It does not disappear because you face moments of hesitation. You cannot disqualify yourself from something that was given to you based on a wisdom greater than your emotions. Your insecurity has no authority here. Your past has no vote. Your failures have no right to challenge the decree. And understand this, when a divine transfer happens, even you cannot sabotage it. You may delay it. You may struggle to fully embrace it. You may question why you were chosen. But you cannot undo what has been declared yours. The ownership does not evaporate because of your fears. The calling does not fade because of your doubts. The territory does not shrink because of your hesitation. What has been transferred remains yours, waiting for you to rise into the version of yourself that can hold it with confidence. No force, seen or unseen, has the power to overturn this transfer. Not envy, not resistance, not spiritual interference, not confusion, not weariness, not the echoes of past mistakes. Once the decree is set, it stands. Once the seal is placed, it stays. Once the assignment is released, it is final. Even the forces that try to oppose you ultimately become instruments in strengthening you for what you now carry. What was given to you was not voted upon, it was decided. It was not debated, it was declared. It was not suggested, it was ordained. And because of this, it is anchored in a realm untouched by manipulation. You may feel waves crash against you, but the foundation beneath you is unshakable. You may hear noise around you, but the truth within you is immovable. You may face storms, but the ownership does not change hands. The moment you recognize the permanence of this transfer, something inside you shifts. Fear begins to lose its grip. Doubt begins to quiet. The weight of proving yourself falls away because you realize that what is yours does not survive by your strength. It survives because of the authority that gave it to you. You are not holding something fragile. You are holding something fortified. You are walking in something protected. You are stepping into something sealed. And when you understand that no force can overturn this transfer, you stop living as if you must defend it at every turn. Instead, you rise with the calm certainty of one who knows that their blessing is not at risk. You carry the quiet authority of someone who no longer wonders if it will be taken, because you know it cannot. So walk in your assignment without trembling. Stand in your territory without shrinking. Move forward without looking over your shoulder. What has been transferred to you is anchored in a decree stronger than any opposition and more lasting than any storm. It is yours, fully and permanently, and nothing has the power to overturn it. Step into this inheritance with authority, not hesitation. You are not given this blessing to tiptoe around it or question whether you belong. This inheritance is not a temporary gift or a fragile opportunity that will crumble under your touch. It is a domain, a calling, a weight of purpose that requires you to stand tall, breathe deeply, and take your place without fear. Authority is not loudness, arrogance, or force. It is the quiet certainty that you have a right to be where you are, to hold what you've been given, and to walk forward as someone who recognizes the legitimacy of their assignment. Hesitation arises from doubt, doubt in your identity, doubt in your worthiness, doubt in your preparation. But you must understand, you would not have received this inheritance if you were unprepared. You may not feel ready, but readiness is not always measured by feeling, it is measured by alignment. You have been shaped, refined, strengthened, and awakened through every trial and season you endured. Your steps, even the ones that felt like missteps, led you to this moment. To hesitate now is to question the wisdom that brought you here. Authority is an internal shift before it becomes an external stance. It begins in the mind, in the understanding that you have been entrusted with something significant. It grows in the heart, where courage rises and fear loses its grip. It manifests in action, decisive steps, bold choices, and a posture that declares, "I know this is mine, and I will walk in it fully." When you step into inheritance with hesitation, you shrink. When you step into it with authority, you expand into the version of yourself that this blessing was waiting for. You may feel the echo of old voices telling you to stay small, old memories whispering that you are unworthy, old wounds reminding you of past failures. But those voices belong to versions of you that no longer exist. You are no longer the person who had to earn survival in scraps. You are someone who has endured storms, carried weight, faced darkness, and risen again. This inheritance is not a reward. It is a confirmation. It says, "You have become the one who can hold this now." When you step onto new territory, it often feels unfamiliar. That unfamiliarity can be mistaken for unworthiness. But unfamiliar does not mean undeserved. It means you have crossed into a dimension you were meant to reach, but have never seen before. Allow yourself to grow into it. Authority expands with use. The more you walk in confidence, the more confidence will become natural. The more you assert your presence, the less hesitation will haunt you. This inheritance requires you to stop apologizing for what you've survived. It calls you to stop minimizing your strength. It demands that you stop dimming your light to avoid unsettling others. You cannot walk in purpose while shrinking yourself to ease discomfort around you. This blessing did not arrive to make you timid. It arrived to make you whole. It arrived to confirm your identity. It arrived to elevate your life and your path. Authority means stepping into this with a clear understanding. You are not taking anything from anyone. You are claiming what was already yours. You are not invading territory. You are arriving at home. You are not overreaching. You are stepping into alignment. There is no arrogance in walking confidently in what was assigned to you. Arrogance is pretending you earned it by your power. Authority is acknowledging that it was given to you with intention and receiving it with gratitude. Do not wait for permission to walk in what belongs to you. Do not pause until someone validates your steps. Do not shrink until someone reassures your worth. When you wait for approval, you hand your inheritance to fear. When you move with authority, you silence every lie that once held you back. The blessing recognizes confidence. The territory responds to it. When you walk in authority, doors open because they were built to respond to your presence. Stepping into inheritance with authority also means embracing responsibility. You are not called to carry this casually. You are meant to nurture it, protect it, grow it, and allow it to shape your future. This blessing is not a finish line. It is a beginning. It is a foundation on which new chapters will be written. It will stretch you, challenge you, and elevate you, but it will never overwhelm you. What you have been given has already been matched to your capacity. Every fear you feel right now is a ghost of your old life. It has no legal claim over your new territory. When you step forward, those fears fall behind. When you stand firm, those doubts lose their voice. When you claim your inheritance with the authority intended for you, everything around you shifts to match the strength you embody. Do not confuse humility with self-erasure. You can be humble and still walk boldly. You can be grateful and still walk confidently. You can honor the source of your blessing and still refuse to shrink beneath the weight of it. Authority is not pride, it is acceptance. Acceptance of your identity, acceptance of your purpose, acceptance of your inheritance. So step forward without trembling. Step forward without apologizing. Step forward without surveying the room to see who approves. This inheritance is not tentative. It is not conditional. It is not fragile. It has waited for you, been shaped for you, and now calls you into a future greater than you imagined. Step into this inheritance with authority, not hesitation. Let every step declare who you have become. Let your presence announce that you have arrived at the place prepared for you. Walk in it fully, fiercely, and unapologetically. It belongs to you, and you belong to it.